Hey guys, if you follow me on all our other social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram, you know that we're working on a 1978 Puch Newport. And today, we're going to try to finish it up. Changed my hoodie to a dirty one instead of the Moped merch that I got. So we're going to start by restoring the exhaust here. It's super dirty as you guys can see. So let's go ahead and give this thing a clean.
Finally, a good reason to use my brand new parts cleaner. As you guys can see, watch how dirty that this cleaner gets. It goes from clear to just black. I can't believe how much we took off of this. And after a really well needed bath, we can start to see what kind of damage we got here. All the shine on this chrome is gone, and we can really see how much rust there is, which is quite a bit. And oh boy, I cannot believe the transformation on this baffle. That took me so long, way longer than I'd like to admit it took me.
Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and take our steel wool and our cleaner and shine this chrome up.
When it comes to cleaning up rust, I don't always use steel wool. I typically use a solution of a chemical with some water, and that way you can avoid scratches. But for this, I figured why not? I'll just do the steel wool method. And after the initial clean with the steel wool, I realized that there was so much pitting still on this bike. So I actually took a wire brush and cleaned out some of the really hard pitted stuff. It didn't scratch it too much. I really wouldn't advise using a steel brush on chrome because you are going to scratch it pretty heavily, but in this case it was beyond saving in some areas, so I just felt like I had to do it. And now finally, the moment that I've been waiting for, time to polish the chrome. Now I do have an electric polishing wheel, but I actually chose to hand polish this time. I couldn't tell you why I did, but I just figured it'd be the easiest way to show you guys how to DIY it. And after giving the polish enough time to cure, it was finally time to wipe it off. And boy, oh boy, does this look good. I am so happy with the way this came out. And now that we're all done with the chrome, it's time to take care of this guard. I really wasn't sure if I wanted to repaint this or not, but I think I can save the paint. So I'm going to go ahead and try to save the paint, and if I can't, then I'm just going to repaint over it. And to give this guard the best chance at rebirth, I'm going to go ahead and sand it down a little bit, clean it off. And now I get to do my favorite part. We're gonna go ahead and wax this thing and restore the paint as well as we can. Woo, I cannot believe the way this came out. That's just after one wax. I'm gonna go ahead and do this 2 more times and really see what kind of effect I can get on it.
Guys, this thing came out absolutely gorgeous. The paint restored really nice. The chrome came out good. It's still a little rusty and scratched up, but that's okay. Put this exhaust back together and slap it back on the Newport. And finally, the time I've been waiting for, it's time to mount this beautiful exhaust up. I do have this pretty cool gasket. It seems to stick after being squished. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the gasket on, then put all my hardware on, tighten everything up, and then we'll get a final look at this.
I struggled to get this exhaust on for so long. The nuts were giving me such a hard problem, so I had to use a small little screwdriver, and I put them on the end of it, put them up in there, and then I twisted the screwdriver to start the nut.
I got my 10mm stuck trying to put on the exhaust, so I guess that's just kind of part of the bike now. Whatever. Alright, so we got the exhaust on the bike, and it's looking really good, as you guys can see. I really like that. I mean, that looks sharp. I'm really happy with the way that the exhaust plate came. So all that's left to do is I'm going to check my points. I got to set my timing, and then I'm going to do an oil change on the bike, and we'll see if it starts up.
And I gotta say, typically, I use my buddy's corn peds how to time a Puch 50 motor every time I have to ever time a motor. But this time, I'm proud to say, I just pretty much did it freehand. I've done it enough times that I really didn't need to watch any tutorials. And after I found top dead center, I took some sandpaper and cleaned off my points a little bit. Then I used my gauge to reset the point gap, and I guess this is the part of the video where I ask you guys to like and subscribe, and really all I ask is if you guys enjoy what I'm doing and want to support me, to just consider hitting that like and subscribe button, because it would mean a lot to me. And finally, after making one last little adjustment, I was ready to tighten down the stator again and check for spark. And check this out, guys, we got a nice big blue spark.
Alright, all we got left is to do an oil change on the bike, and then we're going to try to start this thing right up.
So some pretty standard stuff here. We're just going to go ahead and drain the old oil, check the O-rings on all of our bolts. Then I'm going to use one of my most used tools, is this little DIY gas line and bottle oil filler that I always use, and it seems to work perfect. Now, I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't nervous. This is the first time I've ever put gas in the bike. This is the first time I've ever spun the motor over by my feet. I am beyond nervous. When I was first trying to kick over the bike, it wouldn't start. It almost seemed like the clutch wasn't grabbing, and I was really confused on why it wouldn't. And here's me looking like a complete doofus as always, just thinking if I spin it faster, that'll make it start. A quick, easy adjustment on the clutch cable, and I could tell that it was grabbing a whole lot better. And there we go, we got it started finally, we got it going, and then it died. Then a simple adjustment on the carburetor to get that idle just right, and we were all set. If you guys enjoyed this video, just consider subscribing, maybe leave me a like, and let me know down in the comments below if you guys enjoyed this style of video.
Check it out, even the headlight works.